Okay. We left off on 17. '22. Okay. 22. Yeah. Yes. 22. Okay. Mesil Sishar, page 22, Perek Dalid. Hini Mashem maybe is Odom al Derech Klal as he was. What brings one to have the ability to be cognizant and be careful? And he said, what is the heroes? The heroes requires two things. Firstly, you have to know what is right, what is wrong. You have to clarify in your mind what's proper and what's improper. And then, before you actually act, you have to evaluate what I'm about to do. Does it meet the criteria of what's appropriate or not? That's the heroes. You're careful. Person's careful. Person's, I'm careful. The Chofetz Chaim writes that person knows he's not supposed to speak Lashon Hara, and he studies Mussar day and night. He has phenomenal Yiras Shamayim, and he doesn't even know what Lashon Hara, what not Lashon Hara is. So he believes that what he says is not Lashon Hara, maybe Lashon Hara. So he says, unless you study the halachas to know what is and what's not, it's irrelevant what kind of Yiras Shamayim you are. That's the Chofetz Chaim. So it's the same thing. First, you have to verify and you have to clarify to yourself what is permitted, what's not permitted. And after you've made that level of clarification, you have that understanding. Now, when I'm about to behave or to actualize something, how is it classified? As permitted, not permitted, obligatory, not obligatory. So, how does one start? Where do you begin? Limud Torah. Torah mevilul desirus. Torah brings to vigilance, to being careful. For one or two reasons, either knowledge-wise or conflict-wise. This is Barasi Yitzhar Barasi Torah Tavlin. Because what dispels the inclination to give you clarity? It's the study of Torah. Omnam al derech prat ha-mevi lozehu as bonus al chomer havodo hashchai bo ha'odom. But he says, however, he says more specifically, if one reflects in terms of the gravity and the responsibility of serving Hashem, that causes the person to be more careful. If you say it doesn't make a difference, the person will do it haphazardly. But if you understand the gravity of failing and not doing it correctly, then you're going to do it correctly. So you have to be in touch in terms of how important. I'll give you an example. A person's a Shomer Shabbos, Shusham. He doesn't Shabbos. A person doesn't compromise. Other areas he does compromise. Why? Because Shabbos is so severe. The Gemara says it carries the death penalty and has so many very serious consequences. You don't play around with Shabbos. Kashrus, this, that, bishalakum, that, whatever. The person doesn't see it in the same light. Why? Whatever it is, it's drabonon, it's that. So again, you have to reflect on regarding what is the chomer havoda. V'omek hadin oleo. Firstly, what is the gravity of serving, and what is the liability if you fail? What's going to be the liability? And that person will only have that sense if you delve into the incidents which are recorded in Sifrei HaKodesh. If you read the Chofetz Chaim, he writes in his introduction that the first two halokim are halacha, but there's a third chiluk he hasn't yet published, hasn't written yet, but published. It's called Shmiras HaLoshon, and there he will cite sources and Memorei Chazal. And when you see the liability for speaking Lashon Hara, he says your hair will stand on your head, and the level of punishment and the level of tragedy brings to the world. He says you'll be consumed by the pain, understanding how serious it is. And to the other way, and when you observe it, you'll see how infinitely deserving he is. But again, he says the same thing. He cites Maimorei Chazal. It's through the Maimorei, the statements of Chazal, do you have an appreciation of understanding the gravity or the value of not speaking.
Oh, so when you counsel and teach on children who really have no prior education, and you do it in small steps because you can't just become a Jew totally, right? So how do you prioritize when you're teaching them about children? You start off obviously with faith and trust in Hashem and the existence of Hashem. But how do you do it with Shabbos, Kashrus? How do you
It depends on the individual.
how do you program it?
It depends on the individual. Some people are not ready for certain things, are ready for others. So you have to pick and choose. People are ready for, let's say, for kashrus. They're not ready for Shabbos. They're not ready for other things. So that's once he's able to, then he has an appreciation of that, then you could shift. Personally, you start with Shabbos, then you could shift to something else. He's not ready for kashrus. There's no two people.
There's no set formula for
Right, right.
prioritizing.
And very often, I start with people. I say, eat kosher species. It's not even kosher.
Right.
Start with stop eating pork, shellfish. Just eat kosher meat of a kosher species. You know, beef and chicken. Everything else is cut out. Could you do that? Yes. Okay. Then you upgrade. Once he's already conditioned that, buy kosher. The chicken and the meat. And gradually everything that way. To be continued.